Welcome back to part 11. Before I go any further, what I'd like to do is clean up some of my layers. I took a break about a week between the last part and this one, and I'm kind of lost as to what I have here. So I'm going to create some folders for these, start packing some away, things that I'm not going to be adjusting right away. I could probably collapse a few. I probably don't need all these R-Skin copies, which are really just the scaled details that we added to other parts of the face. I still want to add some scales in under the eyes and around the eyes and on the cheek area here, but right now I feel like my layers are getting a little out of control, so I want to clean them up a bit. The first thing I'm going to do is these two that I'm not using, these blank ones. I'm going to click on this, create a new group here. I'm going to call this Saved Originals. Actually, I'll call this Saved Copies, since I'll probably be making more copies of layers and wanting to keep them in here just in case I need them later. Okay, this is the original sketch, which we're going to clean up. So I'm just going to call this Sketch Original. This is the black background, right? Yeah, and actually it's not even that black. I see I missed some white around here. You can see what I'm talking about. See that light areas? So I'm going to fix that right away. Not using my tablet yet. I could just use the mouse for this, all this minor cleanup stuff that I want to go through. There's a little foggy haze here. I want to come in and get rid of all of that. Remember that mouse jitteriness I was having before? I found that's the screen recorder utility that causes that. My mouse is actually pretty smooth when I'm not using that screen recorder, but I can't exactly make video tutorials if I'm not using the screen capture utility. So let me come in here, finish just cleaning this up a little bit. Don't really need to name it because that's there, but I'll do it anyway. Black background area. S&H stands for shadows and highlights. That's my own naming convention that I keep for myself. All of these are the different scales. I'm not going to collapse them yet, but I will put them into a group, and I'll call this Rhino Skin Textures. And I'll take all of this and drop it right into there. So I can collapse that. And this is the bone texture. Bone texture. Oh, let's spell this correctly. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to work on some of these problem areas. Like right here you see some gray. I think that's saturation issues I have probably with the color overlay, the bone texture, because if I take that away, everything's gray. As soon as I add that in, I get problem areas. So I'm thinking the first thing I'd like to do, I didn't want to do that. Let's come here, make a new layer. I keep hitting the group button, make a new layer. I'm going to see if I fill this in white. Let's go with the fill tool. X, come here, fill this in white. Drop it behind the original sketch. And then we'll come up to the bone texture. Just want to hide all of this. I'm not going to see it, am I? Because it's a color. Alright, so let's take that off of color and go normal. And let's look at where those problem areas are. You know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to create myself a little template and outline some of the problem areas. So we'll create a new layer and we'll go just temp. We'll take this paint tool, make this a little smaller. We'll change the color to something a lot more noticeable, like a bright red or even a yellow. Let's go bright yellow. So I have a problem area here. I know the eyes, which I don't have to worry about yet. I have a problem area here. Here. It's definitely going to be mirrored, since everything around here is pretty much mirrored. See if we have any spots up here I don't like. Not too bad. I don't see anything else really. I also have something strange. See how the yellow just kind of ends right here, and then from this point on it's a completely different color. It almost looks like from this part of the face down has something weird going on. So let's get rid of all this and take a look at our bone, put it back to normal, and see what's going on there in those areas. Okay, I see what's happening. The color, see how there's all this yellow here? That's not translating to the rest of this area. So it doesn't look too bad on the head, but right around some areas there I'm losing a lot. That could also be part of the sketch. Part of the sketch could be doing that. Let's take this away, put this back, and see what's going on my sketch in those areas. No, that looks pretty even. So let's come back here, and what could I do in those areas? Maybe I could just clone some bone, huh? Let's give that a shot. Alt here. Let's make this brush bigger. Put our template back. We'll put some of that bone back. Actually, I don't want to take from down there. I'd rather take from right here. Fill in that area. Fill in this area here. Take from an area that we know looks good. Maybe we'll do the same here. Just do this here. Here, do this here. Let's see what that does. Change this back to color and bring the rest of our layers back. Yep, that's working. That's actually starting to fix a lot of that. I still got a little bit more around there. I might just take this area of the nose and spread it out everywhere down here. Yeah. Let's do that. We're back on our bone texture. Let's come here. And let's see what happens as I come over this spot here. There we go. Here. I don't really care about the eyes. I just want to make sure I get everything around the eyes. I am getting rid of all those